Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Jay. Welcome to another episode of the Jay and Dre Show. So, today's going to be the first entry into my new series, Wise Words from a Decent Man. If you know anything about me, you know one thing that I often speak about is wisdom, attaining wisdom, giving out wisdom, accepting wisdom, even when you don't want to hear it. You know, it's one thing that it's often the subject of my conversations. One of the most powerful requests in the Bible is when Solomon asked for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So I thought, hey, man, let's just start a series where we talk about different things that I've learned over the course of my 32 years. And today I'm going to be talking about moving through life without baggage, something simple yet profound. And this comes from, if I could take you back to maybe 6 or 7 years ago, I was a young parent, still in school, working at, I think, maybe Dollar General, something like that, Walmart, one of those. And I remember coming home, and at this point, Isaac, who's my oldest son, was maybe 2 or 3. And I remember coming home and speaking with my uncle. And I was kind of telling him like, the struggles of trying to finish school and, so on and so forth, just things of that nature, trying to take care of my wife and build this family with my wife at the time. And, it wasn't easy. We had many hard times. And, I remember him telling me like, hey, man, a lot of this is on you. And I looked at him and he said, listen, I want you to walk from one end of my deck to the other end of my deck with your son, hold him above your head. And I picked up Isaac and I put him above my head and I walked. He said, okay, come back. I came back. He said, put Isaac down. He said, now I want you to walk to the other end of the deck and back without your son. Just walk. So I did that and I came back and he said, which one was easier? And I said, of course, the second one. I wasn't holding Isaac. He said, holding Isaac represents baggage. And when he said that, I looked at him because at first I almost thought, I got defensive because like, what are you disrespecting? Like my son, like, what are you trying to say? He said, no, listen, your son is a blessing. Don't ever mistake that, but understand that having a child, a lot of things change. You can't get up and leave when you want to. You have other responsibilities. You have bigger financial obligations. You got to pay for daycare. You got to pay for child, you got to pay for health care. You got to pay for different things. And it made your road a little harder. Whereas 4 years ago, you could have just woke up and said, hey, I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to find me a job. I'm going to Charlotte or I'm going to New York City. You can't do that quite as easy because you got another person, another life that you're responsible over, that you have to make sure is taken care of before you go anywhere. He said, son, that represents anything. You want to drink when you're not, you want to drink and become drunk, that's baggage. You want to party and you got work at 8 a.m. in the morning, 6 a.m. in the morning, and you're going to be late for work, you putting baggage on yourself. You want to smoke and you need a job but you can't pass the drug test, that's baggage. Life is not hard. Life is not that complicated. Make wise choices and wise decisions and keep the baggage you took with you low. If you're going to lay down with a person and you're not using protection and doing things like that, make sure, first of all, you want a child. Second of all, that this is a person who, if you became pregnant, that you can raise a child with. And it won't become another task or another hindrance in your life. Life is just about making wise and smart choices. If you can learn to make wise and smart choices and eliminate baggage, life will become so much more easier. And that when he said it, while it seemed so simple, to me it was so profound. Learn to move through life carrying the least amount of baggage as you can. Wise words from a decent man. Be smart, y'all. Peace.